Tentsile Setup Guide for Stingray tree tent. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your straps around the trees that you're going to use. So walk the loop end round the tree and then feed the tail through the loop and make sure there's no twists in the strap and pull it tight. You want to unfold the tent and make sure all the corners are pointing to the trees that you're going to be using as your anchoring points. Once you've done that, you can get each of the ratchets, which have a loop on one end and a ratchet buckle on the other, and the loop goes through the D-ring and then the ratchet goes through the loop. And pull it tight. And then take the end tail of the ratchet and you can pump it a few times to make it easier to thread through. And then the first time you do it, you're just going to do a very rough setup so you can fine-tune it later. The tail and pull it back towards the tree, and that will pull the tent off the ground. Clamp it, the tail and the strap, with both hands so they're in line, and then unlock the ratchet and pump it a few times, and then we can have a look to see if all our lines match up. So you want to look down the strap and you want to see these seams are pretty much in line with the strap on every side. Now, each of the ratchets should be locked in locked position, so that means you pull the lever towards the handle and set the handle back so that this plate catches behind inside this nook here. Feed the pole into the sleeve, which is now external on these Stingrays, and once they're in with about a foot or about 30 centimeters out, then you come over to the tail, and at the tail end you will find a zip which will allow you easy access into the back end, and you can just pop the two poles into the pole sockets at the back end. Then you can do up the zip, go back round to the front, and then put each one into the white sockets at either side of the door. Time to put this fly sheet on. It will come with its own little clip band, and the logo will always be on the front center, so that's a good way to orientate yourself because they are quite large. A corner with the clips, which you will clip onto the handle of the ratchet, like so. You have to go under the strap, and the fly sheet goes over the strap and over the tent. Each wing of the Stingray fly sheet you'll find hooks and loops, and these can be clipped to the side, and that will give you full wind protection, but it does cut down on the ventilation inside the tent. So if there's 3 of you sleeping in there, unless it's really windy, I would suggest that you peg them out using the 3 yellow pegs provided, which will allow the air to circulate and you won't get condensation building up, and I'll show you how to peg them out now. Little bag, 3 giant screw pegs and 3 lengths of bungee cable, which you can just untie, unroll, and then that just simply hooks onto there, and then the hook goes through the loop that you've just made and screws into the ground. This is the Tentsile Setup Guide for Stingray tree tent.